If you're planning to study in Russia in 2026, I will tell you about 4 universities I could help you apply to. And don't worry, one of these universities will definitely fit your budget. But before we get into that, some of you also ask if you need a bank statement for you to submit for a study visa. The answer is no. You do not need any bank statement to submit for any kind of visas at the Russian embassy. And again, when you're looking for an admission at a Russian university, you only need 2 documents: your international passport and your educational documents, being translated into Russian language. But in some cases, some of you have affidavits, then you also need an affidavit. But if your document on your WIEC is the age and everything correspond with your international passport, then you do not need an affidavit, just your passport, and your passport must be valid for at least 18 months for you to apply. The first university on my list charged 2.1 million naira, and the age limit is 30 years. This 2.1 million naira has to be paid in full upon admission. So if you have O-level, WIEC, NECO, you could enroll at this university. The deadline of document submission is on the 31st of this month. I actually knew about this university since, for some time now. But when I called them, we disagreed. We accept Nigerians, we don't accept Nigerians. So after some time, they said, call us on the 20th. I was surprised last week, Friday, they called me and said the admission will be ready today. The unfortunate thing is, all these students that got the admission today, I already found other universities for them because I wasn't so sure I was getting admission because of the response I got from the university when I called. So I was like, oh, don't worry, let me find another university for you. Why we still wait for this one? So right now, 3 of them are not going to this university. But since I've already know that, okay, the admission is sure, then that's why I'm making a video for people who wish to enroll at this cost, 2.1 million. But if you still can't afford this amount for some reason, then listen to the next one. This one should, you should be able to pay this next one. The next university charge 2.5 million naira, and the age limit is 27 years. You have to be 25 going to 26. If you're already 26 years, they won't accept you. The tuition fee could be split into half, 50% upon admission and 50% when you arrive in Russia. The hostel amount, the cost of hostel are not included on this tuition, just the tuition. The hostel usually range between 1,000 rubles to 2,000 rubles, maybe 1,500, which is around maybe less than 30,000 naira every month for hostel. Then the third university do not accept any amount at all. What you have to do is to translate your documents, send to them, and they'll do the rest. When you come to Russia, you pay 50% of the tuition fee. Right now, the tuition fee has not been approved yet, they told me. But the last year, the tuition fee was around 2.4 million. So even if this year they increase it a bit, it should be around 2.7 million, maybe less. Half of this amount will be paid the first week upon arrival in Russia, and the second amount will be paid on the 1st of February 2027, the university said. So having said this, I'm still kind of skeptical about whom to send their document to this university and whom not to send. Mind you, this university do not have age limit. So even if you're 50 years, you're eligible to apply. But that doesn't mean I actually accept 50 years old, but I'm just telling you in generally. So, because this university, when you want to apply for they tell you to bring your passport and, some kind of things. As me, that's applying for you. And I don't need problem for myself because some of you guys come to Russia and run away. So I don't want to be the one that, help you guys. Then next year I'll start saying, oh, that university last year do not accept Nigerians anymore for some reason. So that's why I'm kind of skeptical about whom to send to this university. Then the last one, look at the email they sent to me a few days ago. They charge 155,000 rubles, which if you check on the converter, you see around 2.9 million. Let's just say 3 million naira. You pay only 10% upon when you get admission. 10% of that amount should be maybe 300 and something thousand naira, depending on the exchange rate. Then when you pay this amount, the second amount will be paid in November. If you check the date, they check the second date. They wrote November 1st, and if you start the process now, you should be in Russia before November, which To me, it still also seems like payment on arrival. Then the last payment will be made next year. So these are the universities I currently have right now, and I feel like it should be enough to, those of you that doesn't have enough money to spend. Secondly, based on my calculation, you should spend less than 4 million naira for all the processes, including your flight ticket. Mind you, when you come to Russia, you still have to pay the tuition, but even if you pay 50% of the tuition fee, you buy you still have to spend less than, let's just say 5 million in total for everything, based on my calculation. So if you're interested, send a DM. And for those of you that's going to ask on the comment section, what's the name of the university? The name of the university is Imo State University. Just in case yes, Imo State, IMO. Just in case you're curious. So that's it on this one. See you next time.